Hello, friends. Welcome to Amazing Agile. This is Sandeep Chatterjee. Amazing Agile is a YouTube channel that is specially made for agile learning. Everyone who is interested to learn Agile, Scrum, Safe Agile framework, this is the best place for you. Today, I brought a topic: why transforming waterfall to Agile Scrum. There are many decades, the waterfall software development methodology has been used to all over the world. But now we move to agile. Why? So that is today's topic. So let's discuss. The objective is to refresh our mind with waterfall software lifecycle methodology. Because we all have worked earlier. So since we are working on agile, we might have forgot something. So just to refresh our mind one more time. Second is understand why and how agile took over the waterfall. To know about agile manifesto, and then we'll learn about the Scrum framework, very short and very in 5 minutes only. So the agenda I prepared for you: understanding the waterfall methodology, advantages and disadvantages. That's why I moved to agile. Introduction to the agile, how it's transformed from waterfall, agile manifesto and principle, and introduction to agile scrum. So here I am going to ask you a question: how to start software development project? There are a few steps, right? You all know. One is understanding the customer requirement, done by mainly the project leader, business analyst. Then prepare the requirement specification document or design document, whatever. Okay, and design document by the solution architect or solution engineer. Then after the design, the coding happen. Then system testing, then user acceptance testing, and finally deliver. So which activity among 8 is the most important? You can say development, coding, testing, but I will say the most important activity is customer requirement and meeting the customer requirement. So that said, understanding the customer requirement, so that you will understand the customer requirement, then only you'll be able to meet the customer's satisfaction, they meet the customer's requirement, and customer will be happy. So if you're not able to understand the customer requirement and do the designing, coding, is totally useless, right? Because you are working for the customer only. So the question is how the customer requirement is transformed. It means, how do you know that what the customer is saying that you are going to deliver? It's a very difficult question, and it is very difficult to answer. I'm giving you a small example. If I ask you to draw a picture, I'm telling you that just draw a picture of a pond. Beside the pond there is a cottage. After the and then the pond, there are some ducks are swimming on it. There is some birds are flying. There are some trees around. There is a moon in the sky. Just draw a quick picture. You can draw a quick picture, I know that, but that is not exactly same what I am thinking of, because your mindset and my mindset is different. So that is exactly here in the software development. To meeting the customer requirement exactly is very difficult, and that if you are not able to do that, then customer will dissatisfy and eventually you will lose the business. So in this picture I am going to show you, this clearly depict what is customer saying and what we are thinking. See this picture in a white paper. Suppose there is no software as available, it is just a broad level white paper. Customer is giving you in a piece of paper in writing what are these requirement about. Like there is a tree and there is a swing on the tree, and these are 3 layers. The BA or the project leader who met the customer for the first time might have not understood what exactly customer said. He thought, or they thought, that the swing will be between 2 branches, because customer might have not mentioned how many branches. But when the designer came for the design, they thought, how it can be in the two branches like this if there is a stem in between, how the seat will swing. So what the designer done very innovatively, he cut the mainstream, put those two different support and make a swing. So it is swinging, but whether it is customer asking or not, that is we don't know. But the developer has not done the same thing, he has done differently because here the developer has not understood correctly. The salesperson has made a delightful chair or a sofa which hanging from the tree. There is no documentation, so there is no proof what customer told. Then what they install? Only a rope. They couldn't do that, but they build it heavily in the customer. There is a sign, and there is no support. But if you see, customer is exactly looking that this one is tired to be hanged with a rope from the branches of the tree. So see the difference. So that is called meeting the customer requirement is the biggest challenge. The same is applicable in the software development. Now let's come to the waterfall. See, waterfall is a long-term project. Suppose you are doing a ERP development or some big software development which takes almost a year. So the waterfall has some certain segments or like a stair-like structure, like it is going from one side to another and it cannot be come back, something like that. So first activity is the requirement gathering. See, it might take 2 months, okay, and then at the same time you are doing parallel by the project planning activities, the scheduling, costing, whatever. It might take another month. Once the requirement is done, then we are doing the design specification and system specification, SRS, or these are DRD, which are our usual terminology. And once the design document and system specification is ready, then only the coding can happen. It will take 4 months. So how much time you spent so far? 2, 3, 6, 5, and almost 11 months we already spent in 10 to 11 months. Then we are doing the testing after that, and after that we are doing the UAT. That is a hypothetical scenario. That means we are starting at the beginning, and after 11 months the user is able to test it. That means the user is able to see the working software. Before that, whatever the interaction had happened between the customer and the development team, project team, it was through the documentation only. So when the UAT is done, that means all the modules, whatever has been integrated here, tested here, then only it is given. So by this time 11 month is over, then we are deploying. So what is the disadvantage here? Quick guess. The disadvantage is customer is given 11 months ago, and today he is getting the software. There are many things can happen in between 11 months. Customer may change his mind, customer may not require it because market demand has changed. So whatever. So eventually what happened after spending 11 months, 12 months, the total became a total useless. But I am not telling every project is useless. I am giving a hypothetical example. So what is the advantage? Advantage means this waterfall model is definitely applicable because we have been using this one for several decades before Agile came. Agile came just 15 years ago almost. So before that, for last 30-35 years we have been developing software through waterfall only. So what is the advantages were there? One is technology is understood. That means if technology is not understood, it will be difficult to implement because we first have to understand the technology. By this time this few months will go, and then we'll do the coding and everything. By this time the customer will be unhappy because his time will not meet the deadline. Second is strong project management is required here because it is a upfront planning from the beginning to end. So a strong project manager with a strong knowledge and strong leadership is required because he is making a upfront planning, scheduling for the entire year for the whatever the team members, stakeholders, everyone. So every date and time has to be planning in elaborated details. All the documents would be ready, SRS, BRD, design documents, all test plans, all checklists ready, all test cases to be done. So everything has to be completed. So it has to be ensured by the project manager. The requirements are very well known, clear and fixed is very important. Requirement is fixed, clear, well known. That means if requirement is not well known, you will have a tough time, because you will understand the requirement, you will end of the time. Any mistake comes, you have to come back, because suppose you are doing the testing, if there is a requirement change or something wrong, again all the documents to be changed, again start from design, coding, testing. So another 2 months will go. Product is stable, that means if the product is stable, then only it will work. If its product is unstable, if you don't know, then this model is not very much suitable. So what are the disadvantages? So whatever I discuss, most of the things are disadvantages only. First of all, at the testing phase, if if it is difficulty to go back to the incorporated changes. So that means if there is a changes come, it will be a hard time for the developer and the entire project team. No working software is produced until the late during the life cycle. That means you are only giving the UAT time only. The working software is getting ready for the customer. So customer can give feedback so late. So if the customer said I don't like it, then what is going to happen? The entire effort is getting wasted. So that's why ideally customers should get the feedback, or you should get the feedback from the customer very frequently. High amount of risk and uncertainty. I already discussed that. Why it is risk? Because if it is delayed, if the customer doesn't like it, then it is a risk that because you have already invested money, and what you are getting, your return of investment could be zero if customer is not happy. Poor model for long and ongoing project. That is true, because we don't need nowadays. Everyone needs a short duration project, not suitable for a high probability of change request. So that means if there is a change request, then implementing those change requests through the change SCCB, or there are a lot of ways to do that. It is a complicated process and it will time consuming. So end up is going to waste time, or will not be able to meet the deadline what we have committed. So that is the disadvantages. So what is the overcome and how to overcome that? By introducing agile. That means we need to know what is agile. Agile is an ability to both create and respond to change. Remember the word change, in the order to profit in a turbulent business environment. Agility is the ability to balance flexibility and stability. Highsmith, 2002, the person who told it. That means if there is a challenging in the market, the change is required in the market, then agile is the only option or best option, because the agile model does allow change at any moment of the project and deliver on time. Turbulent business environment. Then there is another agile manifesto. We are uncovering better ways to developing software by doing it or helping others to do it. I had given a link for the Wikipedia if you want to know about the software agile development. So why agile? Again, the same reason. Rapidly change market and technology. And second is shrinking the time to market products and increase the innovation. These two is a very important point. That's why I kept two. There are other points also. So I am giving an example of the mobile phone. The mobile phone is the most, I say, loving thing for everyone. Everyone loves mobile phone and their new features. And the mobile companies, mobile device companies, whoever, iPhone, Samsung, and many, they are always bringing in new features to the market whenever they're getting time. That means frequently everyone is bringing new features. Just for an example, earlier the screen was let's take the camera. The camera is another very important factor for the mobile. Earlier the megapixel was 4, 5, 6, 10, 12. Now the megapixel is 48. Oh my god, it is more than a DSLR. It's a costly DSLR. Again, earlier it was only one camera at the back side. Now the front camera, back camera came. Then now I can see two back cameras. Again, now three back cameras. So all these companies are in tremendous competition and try to bring the new features as soon as possible. So in this case, agile is the most important and most significant software development methodology by which they can bring this new project, new innovation to the market. If we use the waterfall, see, can they able to produce? No, they cannot bring in the market. So whoever will bring the market first feature, new feature, his handset will going to sell it first, and they will get the profit. So that's why the tremendous competition. So I hope now you can clear about these 2 points. Customer is involved regularly, and valued are delivered in iterations. Here is another important thing, that unlike waterfall, in agile methodology, customer is involved in everyday activity. If may not the actual customer, but the representative of customer, that is product owner, who is called the voice of customer, is present in the scrum or project scrum or sprint. So that's why you are getting a feedback from the customer or voice of customer every now and then. Empirical process control, that is a very important thing. Empirical process control means inspection, adaptation, and transparency. These three, the cycle is going on. That means you have the new innovation, you are doing it, inspect it. If it is working fine, adapt it. If it doesn't work fine, again inspect it. That means tweaking it, more innovate it, and make it a transparency, so the customer get the feedback, and doing inspection, adaptation, transparency, and make the cycle. That is called empirical process control. That is the backbone of agile framework. DevOps. DevOps is supported by Agile as well, because there is always a challenge between the development and deployment. Sometimes had happen that development is ready, deployment guys are having problem, not able to do that because it is not ready for the release. And it the other side also, the deployments are sitting idle, developers development products are not ready. So now DevOps is basically making automation through various tools, and there is a continuous delivery pipeline is made. Why? Because our every delivery is iterative and small duration, so that there is a continuous delivery pipeline, that too in incremental voice. So that's why the DevOps is supported by Agile. So this is another advantage. Let's move. Traditional waterfall versus Agile, what is the difference? Guys, see the two lines here. One is the fixed, another is the variable. So the top one is the fixed, bottom one is the variable. So in this case, if you see this triangle of waterfall, you see the scope is fixed, but the resource and time are not fixed, is variable, because there are two kind of projects there in the waterfall. One is the fixed bit, where you have to give the delivery as per your own way time, you have to commit, and but the customer will give a fixed price. So if you delay it, it is your loss. And another is time and material. That means the more requirement will come, more work will do, you will keep doing it, customer will keep paying it. So in this case, here it is that resource and time are variable, can be changed, but the requirement are fixed. If there is a change, there is a problem. And Agile is just the opposite. Looks like the triangle is make upside down. That means the scope is variable. You can change the scope, but resource and time are fixed. So resource and time are fixed means your budget is fixed, and within your budget, you are giving a added advantages, added value to the customer. So which one is better, waterfall or Agile? I'm sure as Agile, right? There is no doubt about it. I am now giving a very good example by which you can clearly understand what is the difference and how we transform and why you transform from waterfall to Agile. See this picture. Here we can see there is a layers of cake in the front picture. Okay, the front layers, that means one single cake, there are multiple layers. So it looks like all the layers are different taste, and in between the layer there are some icing, and the top there is a icing. So say think that these are various activities, like a waterfall activities, like requirement gathering, analysis, design, testing, UAT. Okay, so why I am showing it? Because in your birthday or your son's birthday, daughter's birthday at home, how you cut the cake? You cut it vertically. You don't cut it horizontally, right? Why? Because in the small piece of vertical slice, you are getting the entire taste of the cake. correct? That means the entire cake itself is a complete development or complete delivery, correct? So in case of waterfall, in long term, they are delivering the entire cake, whereas in the below, this is called the agile methodology or scrum methodology, where you are delivering in slices or pieces. Okay, that is called sprint. And in the same one slide itself is the same thing, that there is an UAT, testing, development, design, everything. So that is called sprint. That means one activity, small activity of the bigger development is called sprint in the agile methodology or scrum methodology. That is the duration 2 to 3 weeks, whereas the waterfall is a long term. So for the entire this one, there are other methodologies which are called other sprint, not methodology, my mistake. The each segment is called the sprint. So if there is the 8 slices, that means there are 8 sprints. That itself is a one full project. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Now how it works, I am giving you a scrum framework. This work, so you may be having a 3-week sprint. So this is called one duration is one sprint. Okay, I took the 7 sprint. So you have 3 releases, so you have 7 sprint, and all sprints are in 3 weeks duration. So how does it work? You have a requirement, right? So these pieces of cakes, you're delivering it in every sprint. That is your requirement, or that is your you have been asked to do. So this is the scrum project. Okay, and how it work? So what you are going to do, you are delivering through the analysis, design, development, testing, UAT. You are doing it. What does it mean? Even same for all the sprint. That means if you think every sprint, you are doing a full waterfall method in a very small scale. Am I clear? In every sprint, you are doing the entire software development activity like waterfall in a small scale in 3 weeks duration. Okay, so that means this agile or sprint scrum is basically nothing but a small cycle of waterfall in each sprint. All right, so now we are what we are doing here, we are doing the estimation. First we are doing the estimation or sprint planning meeting at the beginning, and then we are doing the delivery. We are doing the delivery again with the estimating and doing the delivering. Again with the doing the estimating, we are doing the delivering. And the in between, what we are doing, we are doing the requirement gathering, understanding, grooming, prioritization, everything we are doing. So these are the activity we are doing. So if it is a waterfall, we could have made the requirement gathering and everything for the entire project of the 7 sprint, whatever all together. So that is called upfront planning. So we don't do any details of upfront planning. We are doing a small planning. We are doing right now for the first sprint. If you are doing this first sprint, and while doing this first sprint, we are doing the planning for the next sprint, and so forth. It may happen that since it is a deadline like this in our release calendar, however, if required, the customer may ask to deliver this portion of cake here, and this portion of cake here, and this cake move can be here. So always there could be a change, or it may happen that he or customer may introduce another cake to be developed in a different flavor. Everything is possible. So we are not doing any upfront planning from the beginning. However, we are doing the plan in small scale, 1 iteration, 2 iteration, and later on we deliver, and finally we will deliver the final product at the end, and that is called the whole cake is developed. So I hope now it is understood. You cleared it, whatever why the and how the agile is working. All right, let's come to the little theory. Theory about the Agile Manifesto. Agile Manifesto is the organization who has developed the Agile. So they have 4 values and 12 principles. So let's see what are the 4 values. They are saying individual interaction over process and tool. That means they are insisting that you should have the individual discussion. That means face-to-face discussion rather than talking about the big documents, right? Right, like in waterfall we are doing SRS document, BRD document, or big project plan. We are not doing that much. We take a small document. So instead of writing SRS document for the entire project, we are writing a small stories for few small stories for the each sprint. Working software over comprehensive documentation. That means we are when we discussing with the client, we are showing the product and discussing on it. Earlier, what happened in waterfall, it was not ready until UAT, because we are putting all the module together and then only we can show the client. So we cannot show the client in the early stage of the project in the waterfall. That's why you are showing the documents. And while showing the documents, customer may not be able to understand what exactly we are going to produce or whether it is meeting their expectation or not. So we don't know. So here it is insisting that you, whatever the small portion you are developing, while discussing with the client, show it, demo it, and discuss it, so that customer can understand what exactly you are preparing and it is meeting his requirement or not. So that customer will be satisfied and he will be a confidence on you that okay, you will be able to deliver the client's expectation as per the time defined. Now, customer collaboration work over contact negotiation. That means there is always a contact between the software development and the customers, and we go by the contract only. But Agile insists that if the customer want to change something, don't go by the contract negotiation or changing the contract. Just change upfront with a small documentation, because changes is allowed. So if you go for a contract negotiation, then writing the contract, see the legal part, review by all parties, then signing authority, so it ends up spending time. So rather than do the upfront customer face-to-face collaboration. Now, responding to change with our following a plan, that is the same also, because when we do the change request or any changes come in the software development, we are doing through a change request procedure. It's a huge procedure. Again, it is discussing about the feasibility, time, cost, all those things, and then finally incorporate all the big document gets changed, new version comes, and then the whatever the coding has been done, again it is we may be recoding or something. So end of it is wasting time. Rather than when we are delivering the small thing, like we have a 2-week sprint or 3-week sprint, if any changes come, if you are able to incorporate the new changes within the sprint, do it. Otherwise, request client that can you do on the next sprint, because anyway it's only within the 2 weeks only, not the 2 years. So you can incorporate whenever you can able to do that. So if customer is happy or customer is accepting that okay, you can do the next sprint instead of current sprint, fine, do that. But customer is insisting that you want to do it in this sprint only, then you have to do it in this sprint. Okay, principle is something which is that you have to meet it, the criteria, some rule that is mandatory. I don't know whether I should read it or not. Okay, let me read it. The 12 principles, our highest priority to satisfy the customer through the early and continuous delivery of the software deliverable. I think I already discussed it. So we always prioritize our requirement with the highest value that we deliver to the customers. Welcome changes requirement, even the late in the development, agile process harness changes the customer competitive advantage. So I already discussed it. I believe you do not have any doubt about it. Deliver working software frequently, from couple of weeks to couple of months, as I told, the sprint criteria, and the preference is shortest time scale. Business people and developer must work together daily throughout the project and build the project around the motivated individuals. 2 points I read it together. So that means the team members are motivated so that they can assign their work to themselves. They are self-organized team, and business people and developer team working together throughout the project means business people could be the customer. That's why he is saying the customer collaboration, whatever he is saying here. Number 6, most efficient and effective method of covering information to and within a development team to face-to-face collaboration. So that means it is always insisting face-to-face. What is our tendency? We can write an email and we are waiting for the response. So guys, this is Agile is saying it is wasting of time rather than better face-to-face collaboration. So in this case also, what Agile recommend that if it is a project team, you should co-locate it. That means you all sit in one particular room or one particular table all together, always be face-to-face and talk. So that in this case, don't have to waste time on writing an email. So just get it done upfront. Working, this primary software is a measure of progress, I already discussed. Agile process promotes sustainable development. The sponsored developer user should be able to maintain the consistent pace indefinitely. I already discussed it. Continuous attention to the technical excellence and good design enhance agility. That means you should do the innovation also. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. Actually, this is basically the lean software development. That means you do what exactly a customer is asking. Do not do any gold plating. Giving the gold plating which is more than requirement is just nothing but a waste of time, because you have 2 weeks or 3 weeks in hand. So gold plating is the avoidable here. So be the simple. The best architecture, requirement and design and enhanced from self-organized team. And the regular intervals, the team reflects how to become more effective and tune and adjust the behavior accordingly. That means you have to self-grown. You have to self-growing activity also you are doing beside this innovative activity you are doing. So both. So that means agile is promoting that you grow yourself, you innovate yourself, you do exactly what is the value added thing to the customer at the shortest amount of time, at the same time keeping the customer in the middle, so that customer can get to see, or a customer gets transparent view what is being developed for him. Some popular agile methodology, Scrum, Kanban, disciplined agile delivery, a couple of others. And for the scale agile, enterprise agiles, the scale agile framework, Spotify, large scale Scrum, these are all new models are there. So now in the market, Scrum and SAFe are the most popular, and Scrum and SAFe going parallel, and both SAFe means scale agile framework is supporting these two for their activity. I have a presentation for SAFe as well as Scrum, so you can take a look in my channel. Now quickly, what is the difference of the Scrum and traditional project management? A emphasis on people, here they are in process. Documentation is minimal, where it is comprehensive. I already discussed that. Process style is iterative, that is linear, that is continuous. At the end, they are delivering it. Upfront planning is low, where the traditional is high. Prioritization of requirement is based on business value and regularly update, and it is fixed in the project plan. We already discussed a couple of times. Quality assurance, customer centric, it is a process centric. Organization, self-organized, it is managed by whom? Project manager, and it is all this Scrum team they are doing. Management style, decentralized, means everyone is their manager, and here it is by the project manager, so centralized. Change, update the prioritize the product backlog, and is a formal change request document or follow change management system. Leadership is collaborative and servant leadership. Who is the servant leadership? Scrum master. Collaborative by the all team. Has a command and control. That means the project manager is whole and sole manager, and his command will work, and he will giving the authentication, or he will assign to the person who is going to work for him. Performance measurement based on business value, and here it is plan. Return of investment early, and it is end of the project. That is the another business thing that how we can gain in the agile, that we are delivering early, so that definitely your return of investment is also early, and here we are doing at the end. So whether it is successful or not, there is a risk, but anyway, that is the model. Customer involvement throughout the project, and here it is varies depending upon the project life cycle. Now Scrum framework, I want to clearly understand. I'll let you know what is Scrum framework. Guys, see, any project starts, a business case comes, that okay, what is the high level one page document, what is this about the development and how it is going to happen. Based on that, there is a vision statement is prepared. You must be heard that the document called project charter in the waterfall. The project charter is nothing but a document, 2-3 pages document. What is the requirement about, what is the project about, who is the project manager, who is the stakeholder, what is to be done in a very broad level. So after that, what happens is, based on the vision statement, the product owner, the stakeholder, business SME, they prepared called one document called a broad level requirement called epic. And from epic, even the product owner and the scrum team prepared the stories. Okay, so how it work, here is the stories are developed in the product backlog. Stories means the small or manageable requirements how to develop, so that is called story. Stories are developed in the one by one and stacking in the product backlog. Product backlog could be available in the Jira or any other software that you use it. And after the product backlog is getting, we are doing a grooming the user stories. What do you mean by grooming? Grooming means you have to understand the requirement, because sometimes product manager is preparing the story may not be understood by the team member up front. So it is team member's responsibility to understand the story before starting the sprint. So once the stories are pulled up or piled in the backlog, then one by one, along with the scrum team and the product owner, they discuss each and every story, understood the requirement, understand the what is the delivery about, understand the if there any ambiguity or not, any redundancy or not, so remove it, all those things. And then they do the estimate once they understood, and after estimate they do prioritize, find out with the product owner or sometimes bring the customer in between, that which is the most valuable and put it higher. So that activity is called groom prioritize product backlog, which is here. So I could have directly come here, but I just wanted to tell you how it is groomed, the prioritize product backlog. Once the product backlog is ready, then we do the sprint backlog through what is that? Yeah, sprint planning meeting. So sprint planning meeting is a main activity that we do at the first day of the sprint, where the scrum team member assign the task from the product backlog to team backlog according to their own capacity. Clear? That is called the sprint backlog. That means this activity, some stories, not all, few stories are moved from the product backlog to sprint backlog through sprint planning meeting. So how it is work? What is the input of the sprint planning meeting? The input is the first input is the prioritized product backlog, and the second important input is definition of ready. Definition of ready is a checklist. This checklist tells you how prepared you are for the starting a sprint. So the sprint, like that, whether the stories are groomed or not, whether the user stories are made the acceptance criteria or not, if the user stories are made using invest rule or not. Invest is an abbreviation, that is I for independent, V for valuable, S for small, N for negotiable, T for testable, S for small I already told. So invest rule, so that it is using with the persona, with the proper acceptance criteria, description, everything is ready or not. So whether the scrum master is scheduled this meeting or not, if it is a in office meeting or in office meeting, then whether he booked the room or not, and if it is a distributed, whether the login password and date or calendar invite is sent or not, everything is there. Then also they said that priority is set, or the team member is ready or not. Then another important input is capability of the each team is defined or not, sprint velocity is understood or not, because scrum master has to identify that the sprint velocity, and based on that, when the scrum team will assign the team the stories to themselves, scrum master should ensure that their number of stories or number of story points should not exceed their capability or not. So all those things are defined in the definition of ready, or in short form we are saying DOR, and it is here. This checklist is telling whether you are ready or not. Once we are ready, then we are doing the sprint planning activity and prepare the storyboard. So that is the storyboard, and that is the sprint backlog. This is the is same, and based on the storyboard, the sprint goal is getting ready. After that, once it is ready, we start the sprint. So sprint we already seen, the picture earlier. So this is the, so you already seen that this is the our Scrum project going on, this cycle. Each cycle is one, so 1 to 6 weeks. It is a hypothetical term, actually 2 to 3 weeks. So here it is 3 weeks, the 1 sprint, 2 sprint, 3 sprint, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 7 sprint are there. So all this activity, and here this is one the daily Scrum or any transparency, they are checking it. So this way it works. Next is the after the completing the all one sprint, when it is done, here we are doing the demo. The demo means whether it is meeting the customer expectation or not. So customer comes here, either product owner or the SMEs, whoever, the development team give the demo, and then once is demo, then project manager PO is accepting that. How? Through the definition of done. So definition done, again, this is a one of the checklist. Similarly, like definition of ready, that at the end of the sprint, what are the activities that's supposed to be done and whether it is done or not. So few of them is whether checklist is prepared, test cases are prepared by the tester or not, whether it is testing all the test requirements or not, whether the customer has seen the demo or not, whether the product owner accepted or not. All those criteria are mentioned here, and once it is definition of done criteria is met, when the acceptance criteria defined in the story is met, the project sprint goal is defined, is met, then only the PO can accept it. Once it is accepted, then it is going for the delivery. So that is the Scrum framework. Let's discuss about the Scrum in slide. So here some of the very high level activity I discuss about the Scrums. That is, what are the ceremonies? Ceremonies are sprint planning meeting, daily Scrum meeting, sprint review meeting, sprint retrospect meeting, and backlog grooming. All these four are time box, but the grooming doesn't have any time box. Core team, that we already discussed, that the product owner, Scrum master, and Scrum team. But there are non-score team also there, like the business owner, business SME, other team members, dependency team members, all are the non-core team, but their input is always required for the project. Key areas, estimation, that is planning poker. We are doing our t-shirt sizing, planning poker. I think you all worked on it, like the Fibonacci series, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. This way you are giving the number, the story points. And nowadays a new method came, that is called modified Fibonacci, that is starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, then 5, 8, 13, 20, like this. So anyway, then story point is using the invest and the Scrum board. Yeah, because Scrum board is very important. The Scrum board, either is a physical Scrum board on the wall using the paper stickies, or most of the cases right now they are using the electronic like Jira, Rally, etc. Artifacts, the product backlog, sprint backlog, definition of ready, burn down chart, definition of done, right? These are all the artifacts. Burn down chart I did not discuss, I think, and rest all I discussed. Burn down chart is basically tracking the progress towards the end. So there is a chart, it can be generated from the Jira itself or any other tool. It's very easy, and it shows that whether you are able to meet the deadline or not, we are going the right progress or not. Next one is the reporting. There are some reporting is required by the Scrum Master, that is sprint planning meeting summary, sprint closure summary, retrospect action item, sprint metrics. So if I am saying reporting the metrics, if you do not do is fine. If you do the metrics, then you should know what are the metrics they should prepare. When it's the velocity trends, the story points or the story. Commitment reliability, that means one person is, if you committed for the 40 story point, whether is meeting 40 or not. That is commitment reliability. Capacity utilization, if I have a capacity of 90 hours, how much capacity I'm utilizing it, and am I underutilizing or overutilizing? That is very important, because that is required for the Scrum Master for preparing the sprint meeting for the next time. Defect leakage, that is a generic metrics, that if any defect leakage by the user, if you cannot catch the defect, and if the user can able to catch it, then it's a leakage. So this we are also measuring. And backlog health, Backlog health is a very important, that it is a grooming matrix. That means if you are making, you always make the grooming activity and make your backlog ready, then it is easy. If there is any certain changes come in your sprint, you can, if you need some new stories to be added, then if your it is already groomed, you can easily add it. So backlog health is a very important matrix. Ideally it should be twice than the sprint velocity. So friends, that's all my today's presentation. It little longer it took because I was trying to elaborate with few things. It is very easy because everyone knows it, but it is some theory part which is required to be remember, because some of you are preparing for the exam, some of you are preparing for the interview. So these questions, whatever the point I discussed, are usually come in the exam, in the interview. So that's why I just took little longer, so that you can able to remember. I hope you understand, and I hope you enjoyed my session. If you like it, I request you to give me a thumbs up or like it. And if you, I request, please subscribe my channel so that I can bring more and more video to you. You can post your comments if you need something. If you have any question, I will answer accordingly. And don't forget to ring the bell, because at the moment I will say, upload a new video, you will be the first person to get notified. So keep learning. Happy learning. Goodbye.